We're already seeing in the future industrial companies will also go through those cycles. GE is actually a prime example. GE is in advance in that cycle today. So the waves, biotech, pharma in the past, today more banks, insurances, and in the future more and more industrial companies will go through those same waves.
So André, innovation is important to prosper in the business world. Is there certain steps you have to follow, and is there any order they have to go in?
So yeah, usually innovation happens in different cycles, and the first way to innovate is actually to use the inside R&D, in-house innovation. This has been done for decades. This is very common. After that, actually, often companies, once they start feeling pressure from the outside, they move into M&A activities and start purchasing other competitor companies, companies that come with their own client base, their own revenues, and their own profits. Once in-house innovation has been well used for a certain amount of time, actually companies usually use M&A as a way of acquiring competitors, expanding their markets, and becoming much more present in their own market. M&A itself has its own limitations in the de-risking, the amount of money required, the means required to acquire new markets, and then actually companies move into corporate venturing. Corporate venturing is acquiring companies that not yet found their full potential, still growing quickly, inject some money to have the company in their growth phase still increase their market share. Past corporate venturing, what we're seeing today more and more of is open innovation and entrepreneurship. And this allows companies to invest much earlier in projects, may they be outside startups, or also inside startups, entrepreneurial projects, where these entrepreneurial projects can be managed as an internal R&D and also as an internal startup, and therefore help the growth of the company itself. What we see here is that once we've gone through the entrepreneurship open innovation, it creates actually a feedback loop to the in-house innovation, what we call in-house innovation 2.0, a virtuous circle, where the entrepreneurial projects, the open innovation projects can actually feed into the in-house innovation, create this virtuous circle and create a much, much more dynamic engine for the innovation within the company, engine for growth, engine for attacking new markets, new product lines, strategic returns in their own markets.
So who has tried and tested this method and been successful?
So we see over time there's waves of different disruption in the innovation markets. 20 years ago, biotechs, farmers went through these types of cycles. Today, open innovation, acquiring startup as growth vehicles is completely commonplace in biotech and pharma. Lately, it's been more the fintech companies, the finance, the banks, the insurance companies have been going through the same types of phases. We're already seeing in the future industrial companies will also go through those cycles. GE is actually a prime example. GE is in advance in that cycle today. So the waves, biotech, pharma in the past, today more banks, insurances, and in the future more and more industrial companies will go through those same waves.
Well, thank you so much, André, for coming here and visiting us in our studios. It's been a pleasure. Thank
you very much. Thank you.
And thank you at home for watching. Don't forget to click like and subscribe for more interviews like this. Goodbye for now.